Well, Mariners fans, it is time to start announcing signings for the new season. We are beginning to build the 2024-2025 roster, and kicking things off is forward Wyllum Deveaux. Devo, good to have you back. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me. It's great to get back on a call here even and just start thinking about next season. I know I'm already missing it, and it's highly anticipating training camp and seeing everyone and getting back to Portland.
Absolutely. I can still remember catching you on the bus after the tough Game 7 loss and saying, hope to see you next year. And without a missing a beat, you said, I'll be back. So, obviously you must have enjoyed your first year. What is your level of excitement for coming back for a second year?
Yeah, I think well after the Game 7 loss, I think it left a sour taste in my mouth because I feel like there's a lot more to accomplish. But other than that, like looking back on the entirety of the season, it was a great first experience in the pro hockey realm. And, I really enjoyed being in Portland. I said it before, I really enjoyed playing for such a great staff, and we're pretty lucky to have, the resources we have in Portland, and the fans support everything from that. And I don't think there's ever a doubt that this is a great spot to play. And I don't, as long as I get the opportunity, I'd love to come back here.
Yeah, you just mentioned it, your first full year as a pro. What were some of your biggest takeaways, whether it be on the ice or off the ice?
Yeah, I think a big thing is it's a long season. I said this at the start of the year, and I feel that there's some things to work on managing that. First go around, it's tough. You're working through different challenges, but I feel I did a good job managing that. And there's like anything, there's always a chance to get better. So there's a lot of things I realize I can work on going into next season, coming down the wire there in the playoffs. I mean, that's what really matters. And I think scoring goals in the playoffs is something we got to look to improve because we want to keep bringing the winning culture to Portland and improve upon last season.
And speaking of the playoffs, I mean, you had quite a year from, you know, coming into training camp, not sure if you're going to make the team, to scoring the game-winning goal in Game 1 of the playoffs. And then before Game 2, you get a call to go up to Providence to make your AHL debut. What was that experience like?
Yeah, that was a whirlwind. I mean, first playoff experience, and there's a lot of emotions going into that. And I mean, it's like any other day throughout the season. You're showing up to the rink and you're leaving it all out there. And after Game 1, it was quick turnaround to go to Bridgeport and play my first AHL game. But I mean, it was an awesome experience. I enjoyed it, and I mean to get back to the Game 2 and help the boys and keep battling. I think it was special, and that's how much the team means to me in Maine. And um, I just think we're really grateful that we got the opportunity to play in the playoffs, and I got to go up to Providence there. But I mean, the boys were battling super hard, so the whole experience and getting to kind of push to Game 7 in Adirondack was a lot of fun. But again, like I think it's exciting. It's a taste, and next year it's a chance to do even more.
You were given the Community Service Award by the hockey operations staff, as well as the Most Improved Player. But I want you to talk about your community involvement and why it's so important to you to be involved.
Yeah, I think we're very lucky to play hockey and be able to play hockey for our living at this stage in our life. And we have a great community that comes out and supports us every weekend. And to go to the children's hospital, to go to any event, school visits, I think it's very gratifying. And it's also great to meet new people and help support the community in any way we can. I met some awesome people through it, and we're also lucky to have the opportunities to go and help in the community. I mean, Allison does a great job setting those things up, and makes it easy for us to get out there and support the people who support us. And I think also too, like, there's more to life than hockey. So getting to the children's hospital, you really get to see who the true warriors are in life, and what those kids are going through and how strong they are. So for me, in any way I can help out and just help pick a kid up when he's down, I think it's the least I can do. So it's great for all of us. Our team, everyone's kind of jumping at the bit to get out and help, and I think that's what makes us have such a strong culture in Maine.
And as we look ahead to 2024, 2025, this team is coming off 3 straight playoff appearances, but in all 3 eliminated in the first round. So I know that going into this year, one of the goals is going to be get that first playoff series win. So how can you help get the team to the next level?
Yeah, Coach and I talked about it this week. And even last year before the season, Alex Kyle like stepped up and talked to us about getting over the hump and climbing to the second round. And I think it's every year you keep building, you find new ways to improve. And I think you'll watch the playoffs in the NHL right now and how you got to kind of find that balance between high end skill and scoring and playing a heavy hard game. So I think we just got to keep working and building around that and taking the experience from last year and building off that to get to the second round and onwards next year. So I think there's we had a lot of young guys in the room last year. I think we had actually a pretty good blend of veterans and younger guys. But I mean, with new faces coming in like Ty Shoveldayoff for playoffs and playing the way he did, I think there's a lot to build off of. And that's the kind of the guys we need in the playoffs. And it's all about the hunger. And I think losing in Game 7 in Adirondack, it leaves that sour taste in our mouth to reach the new heights and get to the second round and bring more hockey into the summer in Portland.
All right, Devo. Well, even though it's only the middle of June, October will certainly be here before we know it. It always goes quickly. So excited to have you back on board. Looking forward to seeing you back out there then. And until then, enjoy the rest of your summer. And thanks again for doing this.
Yeah, you too, Keels. I appreciate that. Looking forward to October.